All right, exercises 2, 3, and 4 are going to give us some specific things about, these are three different cases of translating lines along vectors. And so let's look at exercise 2 first. And for exercise 2, notice that the vector is part of the original line. And so when I translate that, and this is what yours should look like. Now I'm going to use red whenever I'm tracing my vector. You can use the same color, it doesn't matter, but for my demonstration, I'm going to use red for the vector, and then I'll use blue for whatever it is that I'm going to be translating. So let's make line L blue. So here's line L. And I'm going to translate it along AB. So I'm going to move like so. And let me get back in my field of view. So there's my line. And so what you should notice is that if the vector, and so I can trace it like this. So there's L, we'll call it L prime because it's the image, like that. So what happened was when the vector was part of the line, the line L and L prime, we're going to say they coincide, or they're the same line. Because even though I moved it over, they contain exactly the same set of points, which is what a line is. A line is just a set of points, and they're the exact same set of points, even though it's translated. Okay, so this is the case where the vector is actually my vector AB is part of L. So the vector is lying on L. Okay, so let's look at exercise 3 now. So in exercise 3 is a different case. So here we translate it, we're going to translate line L, but vector AB is not on the line, but it is parallel to the line. Okay, so here's a situation where here's my vector AB. Go ahead and my line that I want to translate is parallel to the vector. Okay, so what's going to happen in this case? There's L. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and slide it. So remember, we translate, we take our beginning point and match it up to the ending point. Okay, and try to get it right here. So what we see here is that I'm going to trace my line here. So here I have like so, and there's L prime. So when the vector that I'm translating along is parallel, well, I'm going to use the symbol for parallel, is parallel to my line, then L and its image, L prime, also coincide. So we saw that it didn't need to be, the vector didn't actually need to be part of the line like in exercise 2, but if it's parallel, then the line and its image are going to coincide. Okay? So both of those are going to result in L prime being the exact same line as L. Okay, so let's look at exercise 4. Exercise 4 asks me to translate line L along vector AB. So here's my vector. Vector AB right here. And so in this case, AB isn't part of the line, and it also isn't parallel to the line. So here we go. There's L. And I'm going to translate this again. So I'm going to, again, it's a slide. I'm going to slide my overhead up so that my starting point becomes my ending point, matches up to the ending point. All right, so now we have the image of that line is right up here. So this is L prime, and I'll trace it right here. L prime. And so notice what happened here. So this vector is not part of the line. So vector AB is not part of the line. It's not part of L or parallel to L. But L is parallel to L prime. Okay, so it resulted in my image, L prime, being parallel to the beginning, to my original line.